The sun had barely risen over the dusty streets of Lagos when Ella placed the last set of takeout plate into her food tray. She adjusted the scarf on her head and stepped out of the one-room Face Me I Face You apartment she shared with Dave, her boyfriend. The air smelled of heat and smoke already. She balanced the tray on her head, eyes tired, her heart even more so. Inside, Dave lay on the mattress, snoring lightly. The same man who hadn't worked in almost 2 years. The same man she still called baby. Her neighbor, Mama Peace, greeted her as she walked past their shared corridor. "Ella baby, you're going early today." "Yes Ma," Ella replied with a soft smile. "I want to reach the shopping plazas before the sun gets too hot." God go bless your hustle. But that boyfriend of yours, Ella smiled again, more out of habit than agreement. She didn't want to hear it. Everyone had an opinion about Dave. No one understood him like she did, or so she told herself. As she walked down the road, balancing the steaming tray of rice and beans, her body ached. Not from the load, but from the bruise on her back Dave had pushed her the night before when she came home late. Not the first time. Definitely not the last. Still, she wiped her face and moved on, always encouraging herself with the thought that he would change. Unfortunately, sales were slow that day because several offices she usually visited were closed for the Workers' Day holiday. That evening, Ella returned home quietly. She dropped the tray in the kitchen area, untied the scarf on her head, and entered the room. Dave was sitting on the bed, holding her small nylon purse where she was saving up for the rent. "You dey hide money from me now?" he asked without looking up. "I'm not hiding anything," she said, tired. "That's the money I've been saving for our long overdue rent." Dave stood, his voice rising. "You dey lie. Rent way you don pay since. You think say I no see how that man for that big Jeep stop you today, dey follow you talk? You even dey smile for the idiot. Oh so you don dey open leg for street air?" Ella's heart sank. "No, babe. He just wanted to buy food." Before she could finish, his palm met her cheek. Hard. Her ears rang. "Dave, please," she whispered, holding her face in pains. "You think say you go make money, leave me behind? You dey save money way you go use run north, I don catch you today. See, you no get anybody, Ella." He yelled into her face. "Na only me you get. Just me. If you try run from me, I go find you and I go end you, you hear?" Ella nodded in response as she sat on the floor, eyes full of tears. She knew how this night would end. He'd rant. He'd accuse her non-stop. Then he'd force himself on her. And by morning, she'd still make food, go out and smile for strangers, pretending everything was okay. That has been her daily routine since 4 years ago. That 4 years ago was her first time in Lagos. The city smelled different, a thick mix of fuel, heat, and frying akara. It sounded different too. Cars honked without reason, people shouted as though talking softly was a sin, and the streets pulsed like they had a heartbeat of their own. Ella stepped down from the rickety bus with a small Ghana must-go bag and her aunt's address scribbled on the back of a recharge card paper. She was only 19. She had lost both parents in 1 year, malaria took her father, and typhoid followed months later to claim her mother as they lacked health and basic amenities in her village. Her family turned cold after that. No uncle wanted responsibility. The only one who offered was Auntie Rose, her mother's distant cousin, who lived in Mushin, Lagos. Ella arrived to find out that Auntie Rose had died a week before. The landlord broke the news casually, wiping his mouth with a handkerchief soaked in sweat. "Ah, now you be Ella? Sorry your auntie don die since last week. DM bury 'em quick. We no see any family member, na just her church people come." Ella stared at him, her heart racing. "What do you mean? I just came from the village today, where would I go? I don't. And now? Life be like that. Maybe go back to your village, he shrugged. This Lagos no day pity person and I don't rent out her flat. Ella had no choice but to sleep outside that night, curled on the corridor beside a bag of dried corn someone left out. She cried silently. No one asked her what was wrong. The next day, she wandered the streets, hungry and confused. That was the day she met Dave. It was in front of a small kiosk. She was sitting on a stone, holding her bag close like a baby. Her lips were dry. Her belly ached. Dave walked past with a loud group of boys, laughing and slapping shoulders. He wore sagged jeans, red eyes, and a stylish walk, more like a bounce. But he paused when he saw her. He looked rough. Dirty even. But he turned back, and something in his tone was calm. Fine girl. You day alright? She looked up. Yes, she lied quickly. You no look alright. You be new babe for the street. She nodded. Them chase you Comet House this one you day like this. You don't even chop today. She hesitated. Then shook her head. He reached into his pocket and gave her a meat pie in nylon. Eat. I no get plenty money, but I fit find you small something. That was how it began. Dave came back the next day with a plate of food in a takeaway and a bottle of water, and she devoured the food as fast as possible. Your blood they hot, he teased her. I wonder how fine girl like you go come Lagos, they sleep for street. You one make them rape you He scolded. Come make I show you one mama we they find girls way go help 'em sell food, he said after she had eaten. Instead of you go they hear they cry. He helped her find a job hawking rice and beans in the market. For the first time in weeks, Ella felt hope. She began making 3,000 to 4,000 Nigerian nairas daily. She would return it to the food seller and collect her small commission. Dave began stopping by often, waiting for her after work, asking her how much she made and lending some money from her which he promised to pay back, but never did. He sometimes bought her slippers when her old ones tore. He protected her from street guys who approached or whistled at her. She felt safe around him. Now only you day nice to me for this whole Lagos, she told him one evening as they walked under the streetlight. He smiled. Because you no deserve suffer. If na person like me day your side as your man, you go day alright. That night, when she returned to the food seller's shop and saw it was closed, she didn't know where else to go as she always slept in the shop. She found Dave again. He told her to come over for the night. When she asked him where he lived, he said, "Na one room. No fine, but na shelter. Just one night. You fit go back tomorrow." But she never left. Weeks passed. Then months. She was now cooking for both of them with her tiny salary. Dave no longer went out during the day, just at night. Sometimes, she'd wake up and see him talking discreetly over the phone, sweating, eyes darting like a hunted animal. One night as she was sweeping, she found white powder in a nylon bag under the bed. "What's this?" she asked, holding it up. And he immediately snatched it from her. "You day craze. You day touch wetting no concern you. I didn't intend to, but what is it?" "Cocaine." "So?" She froze. You take drugs?" He stared at her for a long time, then looked away. "I day try stop." But he didn't. And soon, everything changed. He started demanding her commission in full. "You no day bring enough money. You don day hide 'em from me." "I'm not hiding anything, Dave. This is all I made today." "Na lie," he said with a slap across her face. That was the first. The second came 2 days later when she said she wanted to start saving. The third came when he thought she smiled at another man who complimented her beauty. Each time, he cried after, "I'm sorry, Ella. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's not really my fault. Now just say you touch my high voltage power in me, but I swear I no go try 'em again." She forgave him. Again and again. Because he was the only one who gave her a place to stay. Because she had nowhere else to go. Because he always cried. because she thought it was love. The next morning, still nursing the pain from last night's beating, Ella packed the usual rice, beans, stew, and moi moi into small black containers. She slipped the basin over her head and walked out quietly. Her steps were slower that day. Her left cheek still ached from last night, and the pain in her chest hadn't left. As she passed by the front of the compound, Mr. Bello, the elderly tailor, called out, "Ella, good morning. How body?" She forced a smile. "Good morning, sir. Body they inside clothes?" He shook his head gently. "You be good girl. God go help you oo." She nodded silently. She knew what he meant but didn't want to even think about it. She continued on the way to her regular spot in front of the First Bank building, but before heading to her usual route, she branched at her best friend Sandra's shop. Sandra, who had spotted her earlier at the market, immediately noticed the dark bruise on her arm. Linda looked at her and sighed. "Ella again? Did he beat you last night too?" Ella looked away quickly. "Linda, I beg no start today. Make I sell first. It's just a small quarrel, no really reach like that. Small quarrel, but your face be like say trailer pass your cheek. Ella, this one no be life. You hawk all day, come back and the bastard go beat you join?" Linda asked, folding her arms. "He's just angry, Linda. Things are hard. He no get work. Na frustration but he day try." Linda scoffed. "Try kill you. The guy na curse. You day carry food go give him and he still day collect your money join. What do you gain? Who really swear for you my friend?" Ella's voice lowered. "I love him. He was there when nobody cared. He's not perfect, but he's all I have." Linda sighed deeply. "No, you have me too. I'm tired of watching you suffer. One day, he go past beating. He go kill you. Then what?" Ella turned away, her voice shaky. "Linda, I beg, I need to sell this food. We'll talk later." Linda watched her go, whispering, "God, protect her because which kind crazy love be this one?" That afternoon, as Ella called out to customers in the hot sun, a sleek black car stopped a few feet from her. She blinked. The window rolled down slowly, revealing a clean-shaven handsome man in his late 20s, dressed in a white shirt with sleeves folded to his elbows. A lady with heavy makeup and an irritated look sat beside him. "Hey," the man said. "You're selling food, right? What do you have?" Ella smiled gently. "Yes, sir. I get rice, beans, spaghetti, stew, meat, fish and moi moi." The woman frowned. "Babe, why are you stopping to buy this kind of food? You don't know how they prepare it." Michael ignored her. "I just came back from the US. I miss proper street food." He turned back to Ella. "Give me rice and stew. Plenty meat." Ella opened her basin. Her hands moved skillfully as she served him. "Your food smells good," Michael commented. "What's your name?" "Ella, sir." "Thank you, Ella. I'll probably come back for more. I like this." The woman beside him scoffed. "Eat and get sick. Don't say I didn't warn you." Michael laughed. "If sickness tastes this good, maybe it's worth it." Ella smiled faintly. Later that week, Michael came back alone. Then again. And again. Every time, Ella served him politely, with her quiet charm. He noticed the bruise on her arm once. "Did you fall?" he asked. She nodded quickly. "Yes, sir. At home. Nothing serious." He didn't press further. But each time, he tipped her more generously. One evening, after eating from her again, Michael leaned out of his window. "Ella, I have a proposal. You're a great cook. I live alone, and my girlfriend doesn't cook. Would you like to cook for me at home? I'll pay you well." Ella froze. "Sir, come to your house." He smiled. "I understand if you're unsure. But it's a job. I can pay you 200,000 naira monthly. That's excluding tips. I'll even send a driver to pick you." Ella stared at him. That was more than 30 times of her current earnings. Think about it, Michael said gently. No pressure. That night, she went home with a bigger bag of money than usual. But as she entered the house, Dave stood in the dark, waiting. Where you day come from? He asked coldly. She jumped. Dave. I just went to sell. He walked up and grabbed her bag. Why big men day stop you these days? Who day give you money? You don day see sugar daddy abi? She shook her head. No. I swear. I just sell food. Na same man buy from me again. He offer me job to cook for big pay. 200,000 per month. His eyes flared. Job. So you go another man house. So he go day look you every day? And you go day smile with You won't leave me, abi? No. Dave, it's just work. I swear. You go still chop the money. They do for us. He paced, then stopped. Only if I collect 60%. That's the condition. Her face dropped. Dave, that's too much. He raised his hand again. Do you want me to allow you or not? She blinked back tears. Okay. Fine. 60%. He smirked. Good girl. Now go cook. I day hungry. Ella turned silently to the small stove, her shoulders slumped. The next morning, she was picked up by a black car. Linda saw her and ran up. Where are you going? Ella whispered, I took the job. 200K monthly. Linda grinned. Finally. My friend is rising. Dump that Dave and move on. This is your chance. Ella shook her head. No, I'm doing it for us. Me and Dave. Besides, I'll be coming back every day. Linda frowned but hugged her as the driver was horning impatiently. Just be careful. I just hope you really know what you're doing. I do. Ella entered the car. It drove off. At Michael's house, a large, spotless building with gleaming polished tiles, she couldn't help but pause in awe at the stunning view before stepping into the sleek kitchen, where she cooked jollof rice, chicken stew, and fried plantains. He returned home, took one bite, and smiled. This is heaven. Ella, I really made the right choice. She blushed. Thank you, sir. Over the weeks, Ella became a regular. Her money increased, her clothes improved a little, but the bruises never stopped. Until one night when she returned late and Dave hit her so badly that she fled the house barefoot. She ran along the street crying, her wrapper half-tied, blood on her lip. Michael's car drove by coincidentally. He saw her. Slammed the brakes. Ella, what happened? He rushed out from his car and ran to assist her as she was staggering, weak. She looked around, panicked. Please, help me. I escaped. I don't want to go back tonight. He opened the door. Come in. Let's go. As they drove, she sat at the edge of the sit, trembling. Ella, who did this to you? He asked. She looked down. It was, some boys. I escaped. He nodded slowly. What were you doing outside this late? Your girl tell me say make I arrange everywhere well as she been they expect visitor so now why I go house late. Visitor? Did you tell her I was returning from my business trip today? No, you talk say na surprise so I no tell 'em. It's okay, once we get back you'd freshen up and sleep in one of the guest rooms alright? Ella nodded. Michael got home earlier than usual, his heart light, excitement fluttering in his chest. He had spent the entire trip thinking of how to surprise his girlfriend. Maybe they could have a quiet dinner, maybe talk about the future. He missed her. He missed home. But the moment he opened the door, something felt off. There were strange sounds coming from upstairs. Muffled giggles. A soft moan. He frowned, his steps cautious. He climbed the stairs slowly, each one heavier than the last. His heart thumped painfully. He pushed the bedroom door open and froze. His girlfriend was in bed with another man. He has never been this shocked and betrayed in his entire life. She gasped. Michael. I can explain. He blinked. Then laughed, a sharp, painful sound. Explain what? That you couldn't even wait for me to get back before crawling into another man's arms? Under my roof. My bed. The man bolted, half-dressed, mumbling an apology Michael didn't even hear. Both of you, get out. Now. Michael, please, she begged, reaching for him. He snapped. I said get out. Clothes were thrown. Doors slammed. The silence that followed was deafening. Michael didn't know how he ended up at the bar, drowning shot after shot of whiskey. His thoughts were a storm. His hands shook. His heart ached. Back at home, Ella had heard the commotion from upstairs. She peeked out cautiously. When she confirmed he was gone, she exhaled. The house felt heavy with tension. She showered slowly, letting the warm water calm her nerves. She herself was just coming from a lot. She changed into the only clean thing in her bag, a silk, form-fitting nightwear Linda had gifted her for her birthday last 2 years. She had never worn it before, but tonight, she didn't have the strength to search for anything else. In the kitchen, she warmed up the food she had cooked earlier. But her hands trembled slightly. She was worried, uncomfortable about the entire situation. Then the door flung open. Michael staggered in, drunk. Ella rushed out. Michael, you're back. He swayed. Ella. He stumbled again, and she caught him, her arms wrapping around his waist. He was heavy, his skin warm. Let's get you to the couch, she whispered. They moved together, but his foot caught the rug and they both tumbled onto the couch with her landing on top of him. Her hands pressed against his chest, his hands reflexively gripping her waist to steady her. Their eyes met. The moment paused. Her breath caught in her throat. He stared at her, really looked at her, how the light reflected across her soft skin, how her lips quivered slightly. He whispered, "You're beautiful." She blushed, about to move away, but his strong arms around her waist stopped her. Then their lips touched. Soft. Searching. Then deeper, full of pain, comfort, confusion, and something more. Desire. The night unraveled slowly into kisses, whispered names, quiet gasps, and soft moans. The couch turned into the hallway into the bed. They made love, not just physically, but emotionally. Two broken people trying to fill the cracks with something warm, something real. The morning light found them tangled together. Silent. Ella opened her eyes and shifted slightly. "I'm sorry," she whispered, her voice barely audible. Michael stirred beside her, eyes red from drink and emotion. "No," he said hoarsely. "I should be the one apologizing. I didn't plan this. I didn't mean to take advantage." She shook her head. "You didn't." I. He reached for her hand. "Ella. I've been pretending not to notice you. Not to feel this. But I can't anymore. I care about you. Deeply. I want to be with you." Tears filled her eyes. "Why? After everything? I'm not even close to your speck." "You're my speck, Ella," he said affectionately. "Because when I look at you, I see someone strong, kind and beautiful, even in her worst moments. I see someone I can comfortably build my home with." Tears welled in her eyes. "Are you sure?" He smiled faintly. "I've never been more sure of anything." From that day, things changed. He treated her like a queen, enrolled her in advanced cooking classes, took her shopping, bought her books and gifts, taught her how to drive. He made her feel like she mattered, 'cause she really did. And no one was more excited for her than Linda, her best friend. Weeks passed peacefully until one afternoon, angry shouts echoed from the gate. "Michael, bring out that babe. She's my woman." I said bring her out. Ella froze. Her eyes widened in terror. Michael walked to the balcony. "Who the hell is that?" he asked his gate man. "Olga, I know Sabai." Ella's voice trembled. It's Dave, my ex. He's the one I ran from. He's dangerous. Please, don't let him in. Michael's eyes narrowed. He pulled out his phone. Within minutes, estate security arrived and restrained Dave and the two thugs he came with. Let me go. Dave spat, struggling. Ella, come outside and talk to me. You no fit hide from me. She hid behind Michael, shaking. Michael turned to her gently. Babe, is he the one who hurt you? All those bruises I used to see. She nodded, tears falling freely. I was afraid to tell you. I didn't want to cause any problems as Dave has ear everywhere in Lagos. I just wanted peace. Michael's face hardened. You should have told me still. I'm sorry. I didn't want to be a burden. After a long pause, he sighed and hugged her tightly. You're not a burden. You're the woman I love. And no one will ever hurt you again. The next day they went straight to the police station. Dave, bruised from the beating the estate guards gave him, was forced to sign a restraining order. This isn't over, he spat at Ella, blood on his lip. You can't leave me like this after everything. Michael stepped between them. She already did. And if you come near her again, you'll rot in prison. I hope you learnt something from this story. Please share your thoughts in the comment section. The moral lesson of this story is love isn't meant to hurt. No one deserves abuse in the name of a relationship. Healing is possible when we choose the people who truly value and protect us. Speak up. Seek help. You are never alone and you are always worth saving. Please subscribe, like, comment and share. Your support means a lot to me.